I'm starting to see a pattern now where like DJs that start off as DJs going into producers. And it's probably why it plays a big part as to why a lot of times their first type of production is maybe like an edit or like a remix of something that's probably working in the club life setting, you know? Because maybe like an original, maybe like the actual original artistic side of things, it's probably not that club setting, you know? And like, you know, they put, and that's something that they got to work on too. Like they just need to they need to just like jump the broom and be like, nah, like I want to go in on what I'm feeling, regardless if it'll hit like late at night at a club or whatever. Yeah, at the end of the day, like you're gonna want people that fuck with your music at your shows.
For
Yeah, for you.
your music, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
At the end of the day, like that's what you want, right?
Yeah, that's what you.
If you start catering too much, then you're gonna play the game of a label, bro. Then you're gonna play the game of a pop star, of the mainstream person, always catering to the mainstream. Then you're gonna end up like, I don't even want to say it. It doesn't matter. You're just gonna be someone that plays that type of game, and like, I don't know. I champion the underground, bro. And if you're trying to get to that mainstream Marshmello, Calvin Harris, Zed type image, bro, powers to you and whoever's trying to do that, you know? But I feel like when you're at that level, you're playing the game, the label game. I don't like the label game. I like the people that are on their own, that are making the music they want to make, that have their own type of influence on their shit. And some people play the game and get their own that, but most EDM DJs, not a lot of them do that, you know? Get to do that.
True.
Like Marshmello playing the game. Skrillex playing the game. Bro, like these people, Zed playing the game. Like these people are playing the, like at a certain point, like they're no. Yeah, it's still them making the music, but they're catering now and they're thinking about too much, and it's too much influence for them to really just sit down and just freely put out whatever the fuck. Because I'm pretty damn sure the artists I just named have a vault of music that is that damn, like I
like
wish I
before
could
they
put
got
this out.
mainstream, they got that type of like
even like like bro, during even this whole like during their time being in a deal, they're making music for themselves 100%. They're not always making music
for others or
for
like for
the
a
label.
collaborative project. Yeah,
But I'm pretty sure the music they're making for themselves isn't what their label wants. So they're also making that type of music, and their label's just grabbing that, you know. So it's like they have that vault. I'm pretty damn sure, but it just sucks that they're not able to put it out. But I mean, you wanted to play the game. Now you're playing the game, and this is what happens. Y'all should have saw
True.
that. I mean, I guess this is just me being privy to all the information now, because I'm pretty sure this everything I know now wasn't information they knew back then before the internet and whatnot. And that's when a lot of these EDM producers and stuff, like a Calvin Harris, said like they got signed to a label before they could even know a lot of this shit. So it is what it is. But I mean, now Marshmello was privy to all this shit. But I'm pretty sure .com wanted to play this fucking game, bro. He was done with the, because he was at the level where, okay, I could keep playing shows just like this, like and make a cool 8 racks every show, and what so not. And he could have kept doing that, could have kept making the music he wanted to.
yeah.
But instead he's like, but I can make the mainstream shit. I could do that. I'm gonna play the game. There we go, Marshmello. He started playing the game, and he played it good. And that's what you do.
Would you ever play the game?
Nah, that's not what I'm in this for.
Okay. But
for music, nah. Why else would you make music? Why else would I be making music?
Okay, so this brings up another question. So at that stage of an artist, it comes down to how much money I'm making if I go into this. Pretty much, right? Because like you said, .com could just kept on still doing his shit. Do you feel like it was just like a big income gap of him for him not to do it?
I don't know if income one is even his
Because obviously,
the
I would
reason.
say there's like a lot more financial opportunity for the Marshmallow Project than there was .com. So I'm just wondering when underground artists they go into like these mainstream opportunities. I always wonder if it was always just like the money that comes with it. And this is what I was getting from with Dead Mouse when he was like going on his rant and like going around about Skrillex saying that he pretty much sold his soul, went mainstream and wanted to get into this album. He was like making fun of him, like, oh, scaring monsters and nice price didn't make you enough money or what? Like, so like like low remarks like that,
You're
like
saying
I guess
exactly what I just
yeah,
said, bro.
it gets me thinking like, oh, okay, so what it comes down to
Because
just
he's right. He under and see that's a good example, like a Dead Mouse. I don't think he's signed to a label right now, right? He's independent, and
he has his own label. You feel me?
and
Yeah.
like the thing is, like he understood, like he understands the game, bro. Like when you see these, and you got to separate these lower headliner people. We're not talking about the people that just throw shows and get like maybe 1,000 people to show up of their own audience, and then with support it's like a 2003. We're not talking about those people.
No.
We're talking about the people that are in the mainstream. Those people, in a sense, sold their soul. They didn't sell their soul, but they sold music, creativity. That's exactly what they sold, because now they're not playing to their audience anymore. They're playing to the mainstream audience. So now they're taking all the analytics and stuff, and now that's influencing how and who they make music with.
Mm-hmm.
Point blank, period. And what Dead Mouse was saying is right about Skrillex. Look at all the music Skrillex been putting out now since he's been signed to a label. It's not that
Nah, it's
because that dubstep what he put out, it's there's no market for that in the mainstream right now.
no.
There's just not it. No matter how much he innovates it, it's just not it. People are not fucking with it. Point blank, period.
Mm-hmm.
Like that. I'm sorry. Like I'm not saying this to be like rude or anything. Like that's just not what's in the mainstream. You can maybe give small, tiny examples, and even those small, tiny examples barely exist, bro. Barely exist. And then if you do bring up that example, it's in a niche, and it's not in the big scale that we're talking about right now.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so it's like when you want to play that game, bro, like you're giving up a lot. Like
Yeah.
understand that shit. Like you're not gonna be able to work with these underground artists that you find that are super dope. The only way you're gonna be able to work with that artist is if you find them before any other label finds them. Then you tell the label you're working with, "Hey, my boy over here got something cooking. Sign him." They sign him. Now you guys are on the same label. Now y'all work.
That's how a lot of that shit happens too.
A lot of
Word
that
of
shit.
mouth. A signed artist sends a
And then
reference to
they
the
get
label head.
regret into signing this deal because it was too early and they didn't know what the fucking the deal was
Who,
about.
who is regretting the deal?
The person
that gets put
underground.
on.
The underground person.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Because now they're on too early. Now they're only on this big ass label because this big ass artist wanted to get an underground person. Now I'm playing the fucking game because this artist said, "Hey, come sign and produce for me." Now you're putting me in the game to play the mainstream music because you wanted to take a bite off of this underground sound.
Mm.
And that's where an artist can get fucked up right there. Like you,
in that case, Skrillex is on that fucked up shit.
you bit his fucking opportunity,
there you go,
bro. Like you could look at, I could put this back in a hip hop perspective. Drake does it, and you could say it for a Block Boy JB, bro. I give you that straight example. It was too soon for him to be in that light to promote to the mainstream. But if he would have kept putting out music in the underground and whatnot and built like that, he would have been popping like a little bit now. But now, because his next track wasn't catering to the mainstream and shit, it didn't connect like that. His fucking trajectory didn't go how it wanted to go because he still wanted to cater to not the mainstream. You feel me? So it's like the same thing could be said for EDM artists and stuff like that. That's why you kind of got to champion like the small underground labels and shit like that, because they're letting artists get a kind of big look and be able to do these shows, you know? So I guess some people just don't want that grind no more because you could do it. It's just a grind.
Do you feel like when Block Boy did that feature with Drake, did you feel like Block Boy was stripped away from his like
I don't know.
opportunities to keep on building his niche audience. Because I could see where an artist who's just barely coming up gets stripped from building a much more larger like underground audience, and then the label takes them away, and then now it's like fuck that. Like, what the fuck? You want me to build this audience now? Like, nah, I still got this audience. So like I can see how that shit could get fucked up, you know? Like I'm working on my audience, and now like I get signed to the game, and now I have to like you mentioned earlier, sacrifice music creativity to now please the main
It,
crowd
it,
situation, you
I
know?
don't think that's what it is. It's just getting put in that mainstream light too early. Cause look, say I'm barely bubbling, right?
Yeah,
I have
yeah.
like 15, maybe 30K followers, and I have a small following, right?
Hmm.
And then like, and it's because I'm doing some underground, like cool shit, like in the underground. And then I get signed to a label and I get on a feature with someone. And for that feature, it's cool because that person is coming to the underground and the underground is meeting that mainstream.
Hmm.
And if I only got that because I signed to a label, now I signed to this label, and now my next track can't be this underground shit.
Right.
Now it has to be catered to the mainstream. Now my next track is gonna be catered to the mainstream, and now the little audience I had already isn't gonna fuck with me like that because now they see, oh, I'm selling out, almost like a sellout type shit.
And then
So
once the
now
label's done with you,
but and
they're
now
not
it's
there.
like now the people that you're trying to like market to the mainstream, bro, they didn't really fuck with you to begin with. They fuck with the person you featured with to get your underground sound, you know? And now it feels like you're just trying to mimic that sound. But in reality, it was your sound to begin with. And now the mainstream's not fucking with it because it was just a fad, it was just a wave, you know? And that's how you could get fucked out of building your. That's how a label could pump and
Sabotage
dump
the
you.
potential of like that artist.
I mean, unless you take advantage some other way and use that look some other way, because that's what you're. I feel like that's all you should use a label for is the look. If you're already gonna be making money, bro, if you know you're gonna make money, what do you need the label for? It's for a look, bro.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
for a look. It's for that mainstream. I want to look cool. I want to look like I'm popping. Like that's all you're getting with a label. Just the look.
True.
If you have a fan base, what the fuck is the label gonna do to you, bro? You have a fan. Say you have a fan base, solid 10K people fan base, bro.
Yeah.
Solid, right? Anywhere you go, you're sold out, right?
Okay.
What can a label offer you?
It's a good question. Yeah, I guess it just depends.
What do you want more now? Now at that point, bro, you're playing the. I feel like your people's self
Like what?
entitledness comes in, and then their ego kicks in. They're like, "I want this, I want the look," and it's just a fucking stroke of your ego. But if you could get this on your own, and nowadays, bro, the label's not looking at you unless you already have a buzz.
True. That wasn't the case back then.
It wasn't. There are artist development stuff like that, but we're not back then no more.
Nah, yeah.
Today, that's not it.
You gotta
Bro.
have your shit already. You feel
So
me?
now the labels are leeching off the people that are popping. The labels need us now. Now, do you want to play that game? Nah, you keep it popping in your area. You could, bro. There's people that do it. Prime example, bro. MF Doom. Actually, let's keep it in EDM. Let's think of an underground person that's doing it. That's doing a bunch of shows. That's been doing hella shows. That's able to do their shit. Like probably, and maybe they have side hustles, but they have side hustles because they're able to do these shows, right?
Okay.
Like there's a bunch of artists like that. We could go through like a small lineup. Like they might be signed to small management groups, right? That's not a label. I don't.
No, no, no. That's
It's not a label.
No.
So like
It's a management group.
it's a man, and that's only helping them so much, anyways. Like I'm trying to give you in terms of artists. I want to say like an OK, because OK is free to release whenever. People who are free to release whenever, like they're the people that are like a Uzi.
Oh, okay.
not signed to a label. He's putting out his shit what he wants to put out. He's maybe signed to like a underground label or something like that, but not a mainstream. And
Mhm.
he's able to create his own lane out here and shit like that.
Right.
You know, like a Riot 10, not signed to a label. He's out here to make his own waves and shit like that. He's
Right.
still able to tour, still able to get his money how he's getting, still able to partner with a bunch of different shit, you know, like it's possible. But I mean, you don't have to do that though. Yeah, you could be the one that sits back and maybe, yeah, you want to do the mainstream shit. You know, maybe you want someone to develop your look for you. Maybe you want someone else to promote the way, you know, like maybe you want someone else to okay all your shit before it goes out, you know? Like it's on you. But that's just the give and take in that shit. And that's what like EDM and the underground, like EDM in general though, like that's what it was, what it is about to begin with. You know, when you went to raves, it was underground music.
Mhm.
EDM was underground music in general.
Yep.
You know, so like I feel like that's what this shit should be, right? Not underground, but you know, like still that. But I went on a quick tangent. True.
True. Oh, but I'm just curious. So, would you just never play the game unless it's like on your terms, or you just won't play it just because of like you feel like that's just kind of like you don't need. I get that you don't need to play the game, but like for you, is it just on the traditional terms that they're always like placing these artists on, or is it more so of like explain the game like for those who are just like new time listening that don't understand exactly what we might be talking about because I actually just want to know like what would be like the terms that you if you were to ever settle like with a label, what would be the terms that you'd be willing to play the game, or you're just like nah fuck that, like I'm gonna stay underground, like doesn't even matter if like the game is like catering more to like more for me, like is there exemptions at least for you
Excision.
or
Excision's an exemption, right?
who
Excision
for what?
for what we're talking about. Like there's
Yeah.
people that do it
Mm-hmm.
and get to a big place, bro.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
they
yeah.
just did it with their team. That did it with their what they wanted to do and stuff like that. I don't like I'd partner with people.
Okay.
Like collab with people. Like there's
So when you're saying playing the game, it's like you're more so saying that when you're having to sacrifice like your vision for yourself and then having to play into the demands of the label. Like is that what you're saying when you say the game? Like you're shipping away what is it that you really want to do, and then now you're catering to the label.
I think when you start catering to pop
Pop.
music
Okay.
and the mainstream,
Okay.
because you could definitely tell when people start, bro. It's there's a lot of aspects of when people like you could hear it in their music when they partner with the label. There's a certain way that they get their shit mixed and mastered, bro. There's certain
True.
engineers that if you're on a label, your mixing and mastering is going through one of these people, and the way it sounds on the radio, like it's there's just certain things, bro. Like, and that's not for all people, but that's I'm saying like
So just off of that, like you would want to be in control of your mixing and mastering, or would you want to route that to someone that you trust?
bro, it just depends. Like I
Okay.
don't. That is a part of what you sign up for when you want to be the main top head person. When you want to be looked at as like a marshmallow, bro. Like, and this is all in terms of that, like a Calvin Harris, a Zed, and stuff like that. But like, I'm not even saying them initially because maybe that is them. You know, maybe that music was them the whole time, and then the label picked them up. But now it's
Mm.
not that. There's people. I'm not saying just them, but there's people playing the game to sound like them,
Mm.
and it's like I'm not doing that, bro. Like if
Okay, I see what you're
you
saying.
shouldn't do that. Like don't try to make a wave off of someone's wave that's already been there.
Like you need to make your own like your own stuff, like like
Bro, I want to
create your own
make my
sound.
own wave. Like I don't
Mm.
want to ride someone else's wave. Like I feel like what isn't that what most artists want to do? Like create your own wave. Like
Yeah, yeah.
I don't want to piggyback off of someone. Like,
I don't know. There's some artists out there that would like to ride the wave, though. I mean, you could tell.
well, I mean, if your niche is in a wave that's popping right now, then like, what's the like? That's okay. You're not divvying off of your creative artistic way, but maybe you found a way to put your emotions into that shit, and you're like, oh, this makes sense to me now, and I'm able to pump out more, you know. But like at the same time, like, it, damn it, I forgot I was going with that.
I actually have a question for you, real quick. We're gonna talk about comedy real quick. I've been hearing a lot about how comedians have been bashing on Ti for like doing comedy gigs at the scale of like professional comedians who've been doing it for so long. Was this an example? Was Ti an example of like he felt like he thought he had a cult following, and then like shit wasn't working out for him? Because I've noticed like the comedian shows that he's been doing, that stand up, like yeah, it hasn't been doing good. Like not really like strong efforts. And I'm wondering if you feel the same way about how comedians feel about Ti when you see. I'm bringing this back with the Shaquille O'Neal now, right? How some producers felt like they were cheated out of like opportunities to play like Lost Lands or something. Because Shaq first EDM gig like publicized was Lost Lands. Before that, it was all kind of just like word of mouth. Oh yeah, Shaq's playing whatever. But like, do you feel that feeling is justifiable from comedians that
Oh,
see
wait,
like
what'd you say right now with DJ Diesel?
like for example, like just to go back
You
real
said it was just word of mouth before
like
Lost Lands?
like when he started doing like EDM sets, like he
That's
wasn't
everyone.
publicizing, huh?
No, he was.
Like, oh, I'm
You just
playing
weren't
here,
paying
I'm playing
attention.
here.
Yeah, you just weren't paying attention.
Like his first publicized
His
gig that he
name-
was like playing, like it was Lost Lands.
Uh,
Like he says this in the podcast too, though. But anyways, but well, let's get back to the question. So pretty
cap.
much, I mean, he's been DJing since like back in the day. So I mean, obviously, but
As maybe nah, it's got
is that feeling justifiable? What comedians are feeling like when they see someone like Ti, they think they could just like round up a tour and then just like because they feel like they're cheating like the craft and like the work behind of what goes into like that craft, that particular craft.
What is he cheating?
Well, that's the thing that I'm trying to like cheating out like the hard work and the experience that these comedians would go through for them to kind of even get like a tour or like just even like a stand up. And then it's like some comedians have been like bashing Ti, saying that, oh, you can't just like think that you're like an actor or whatever, and then just like all of a sudden like start doing like comedy shows, stand up, like cheating out everyone that's been like doing the comedy thing for so long, but still haven't been able to like get gigs, like just how Ti has been able to like spring up gigs like that.
What do you feel about that?
So I personally feel like that's not good. I feel like it's discouraging. I think it's discouraging. I feel a little discouraging just because. And I'll put it in like an EDM perspective. I felt some kind of type of way when I saw Shaq like performing like this big like festivals. You know, I felt a little discouraged because I at that point I'm just like, okay, like what was Shaq primarily doing before like all these big gigs? You know, like for the most part, a lot of times it was just like an NBA analyst. You know, during halftime, you know, and doing other stuff, you know, doing like all these other business partnerships, like
That's
commercials.
What you know.
Huh?
Well, you know.
The thing is that
Bro, so
Shaq
you think
is
he
Shaq.
just popped up at Lost Lands one day and knew how to DJ?
No, I'm saying that.
But you know, people's been booking him to DJ as DJ Shaq before he was DJ Diesel, right?
Right.
So he's been doing this. So it's like if you're looking at that and you're thinking discouraged, I feel like you're just hating. Like, what? Why are you feeling?
No, like I felt I'm telling you, when I first felt like that, when I first saw that, I felt discouraged because I was looking at like all the work that I was doing to potentially get like an opportunity like that, and I
think his work wasn't the same.
No.
But he put hella work in for his name. The same thing you're putting in for your name, he's putting in for his name. If not, maybe it was harder for him.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't. Now you're thinking of it as Oh, now he's trying to get into my lane. Now he's taking away jobs from me. Bro, that's
No, no,
exactly
no, no. It's
that's that reasoning. That's that line of reasoning, bro.
the
So you
thing
can't think
is
like
that
that.
when you start seeing shit like that happen, and it kind of comes down to like it all starting to become more of an entertainment aspect of things of just drawing
This
crowds,
is
right? Like,
entertainment.
right? No, but that's what I'm saying. Like, I've it's more of a realization.
Why do you
It
book
was a
headliners?
realization for me.
Why do you book headliners?
I book certain headliners for certain reasons. I'll probably like again, like I just come from the standpoint of like,
And so what you're saying, bro, is the exact reasoning of why they would get DJ Diesel or Shaq, bro. Same reasons. You just don't know the reasons, you know?
like there's other. I'm not even saying for me, bro, to like get those spots. I'm just saying like it just doesn't make sense for just someone like. There's other way more names that makes much more sense to have on that lineup, bro. That's where I'm going with.
How many people
Shaq,
play at Lost Lands?
I think, given, I think I'm fine with Shaq doing his own shit, like Shaq Playhouse, like doing his own shit. I could understand if he were to do that. I could respect that. Like that's the level. Like I don't hate on that. I don't necessarily hate on him for playing Lost Lands. I just not. I don't. I kind of just don't like the feeling of like where this shit's. I want to say. I want to like make
It
sense
just
of
sounds
this.
like hate to me, though.
No, no, it's not. It's not necessarily hate, but it's just see it from the
Why
perspective
can't
of
he
like.
finish one passion and move on to another? He can't play
He can still-
basketball no more in the NBA, bro. Now he's into music. Now he's into dubstep. And now he can do that. Now because of the hard work he put in.
So just
being
because he can, he should.
Because he put in the hard work for it and he has a passion for it, yes. To tell someone that had a passion for something else, nah, you can't have a passion for DJing. That's whack as fuck, bro.
I'm not saying he can't have a passion. I'm just saying that
And you're saying
for the type of artists for these lineups that pull in, this
Shaq
this is an obvious. This is an obvious. Like I'm talking about putting on for the underground, bro.
he's putting on
But no,
for
I'm
more
talking.
than any
I'm talking.
underground artist will put on, bro.
But so you can throw shows, bro. But like, here's my thing, though. Here's my thing. Like, there's a lot more other artists, bro. That could be not even necessarily me, bro. Like just like other people that obviously have that following, bro. Like of like the music that they make.
And they're on there. They're on
Like,
those lineups, bro. What are you talking about? That's one spot in a lineup of almost 100 DJs, maybe more. And these festivals are coming every year now. Bro, he's putting on more for any underground. I'm not saying for every occasion, but for most underground, bro, he's putting this light in the light of a mainstream audience now, bro. Like now he's pushing the culture forward.
Mm-hmm.
What you're saying is holding the culture back, bro. You're saying let's not get someone else that's just in the mainstream to on these headlines. Let's keep it just to the underground. Let's only keep our niche in our niche. Let's not expand to this other person. Because when I see it, I see, dang, Shaq's on this lineup. Dang, that means this culture is expanding. Now he could expand it even more with his audience. The fact that we have this conversation, the fact that so many people are just saying, hey, no, Shaq DJ's dubstep music is more for their culture than someone trying to get on, bro. And like pushing out to people, hey, try to listen to this, try to listen to this. Then people organically saying, hey, no, Shaq DJ's dubstep music. Who does more? What's doing more? I think that's dope as fuck. And I think to have that opposite perspective is to having like, I'm not pointing this at you as having the hater mentality.
Yeah.
But that is a hate mentality. You know, you're trying to hold back like, nah, he shouldn't do that. But he's helping the culture. He's putting more eyes on this no matter what. When Paris Hilton started doing this, she put eyes into EDM music, bro. Her whole mainstream scope of things, put it into EDM music. Whether you like it or not, it helped. You know, there's a saying, not all publicity is good publicity. But in that terms, bro, that means EDM is spewing out into the mainstream.
But you
I
gotta
like that
understand,
shit.
people. The shit has been going already into the mainstream though. Even before Shaq
Uh,
was in the picture, the shit was already going mainstream.
Dubstep?
The fact that
Yeah.
Diesel,
I think it's helping
bro,
a
no,
lot
bro,
more.
I
think that name is helping because, bro, yeah, bro, the name Diesel. How many people have you heard that don't even listen to EDM music say that shit, bro? It helps, and you cannot say that it didn't.
no, it did help.
And these other people, you can have that same argument for.
Mm.
So, what is it? What's the detriment? I do not see a detriment in this, bro. The whole lineup isn't just filled with fucking these acts, bro. These lineups aren't. These festival acts aren't dumb. They're not just gonna book a bunch of gimmick artists. That's not how it works. Obviously, they have their stage for the underground. They have their low discovery project. They're covering all bases. And to look at one of these lineups and be like, he's holding me back. That sounds like, bro, they took our jobs. That's exactly what it sounds like to me, bro. There's no difference in that shit. To me, there's no difference into it to me. Period. That's that. To me, that's that same mentality.
I got you.
Like, I don't. How else do you look at that?
Yeah, there's a lot of ways that you could go about this conversation, bro.
Like, all right, well, yeah, I don't know. That's just like how I see it, bro. Like, bro, you know how many more people started listening to house music when Pauly D became like a big DJ? People started listening to house music, started listening to the bullshit, beat that beat. That's house music, bro. That's EDM. That's introducing a whole bunch of people to EDM. Tell me that didn't introduce a bunch of people to EDM music.
I don't know.
All right, now
no, I don't know, bro. I mean, I don't know,
nah, bro.
That's not how I was introduced to EDM.
I'm
so
not saying
I can't.
you. I'm saying it.
But I wasn't hanging
It's
out
cool.
with them though. Like I would since Paul D was on a reality TV show, I would think so. Yeah, I would think so.
And like, it's not like I'm not saying this just to say it, bro. It's true. It's factuals. It's facts. Like, it's point blank period. Like, I get it. Inspiring underground artist that hasn't been getting the shine that he wants or that she wants, and like, she's been putting in so much work, years, and she's still not on that lineup. And you look at that like, damn, because of that name, they're able to get on this lineup and whatnot. But at the same time, they're doing more, bro. They did something to deserve that. Like, there's a reason their name is that name, you know? Like, maybe not in all aspects, because I'll give it to you. Like, Paris Hilton, I don't know what the fuck she did, honestly. I don't know what the fuck she did. But at the same time, I still give that respect to, damn, she brought light to festival. But with her, it wasn't even EDM. She was just DJing. So it's like, okay, whatever. But it is what it is. I just don't see it in that light, bro. I really don't. It's hard to, like, because then people could look at everything you do and be like, and not you, but someone be like, look at your branding, and they'll look at like shit you do, be like, oh, that's all gimmicky. That's not real EDM. That's you know, like, why do we have that mindset? Like, nah, there's room for everyone. There's room for everyone. Legit, bro. There's room for everyone. There's so many festivals a year. There's so many shows a year. Like, you should look at that and be like, damn, I need to work on my branding harder. I need to be a Shaq. You know, like, isn't that the positive aspect of that shit?
I just feel like for sure some producers can start overthinking, like, and then this is one of the things too that a lot of like underground artists too, that once they start getting into this, the entertainment industry, the music industry, like, it's not in it for your dreams per se. You feel me?
It's business.
Yeah. And I can see why many people we're in that, we're like more very discouraged than I was, but like very shocking, You know, it's interesting to see a lot of people find that very shocking happening. It was a bit shocking to me when I saw like Shaq start playing like Lost and start playing all these Insomniac events. I was like, it's a little shocking, but after time I was like, okay, like I get it. Like this is now like what it's come down to. And you're not wrong. I mean, Shaq has been doing a lot for underground artists.
I mean,
like
I guess, bro, that still has a negative connotation.
What?
No, nothing. I get it. Like,
I just say it, dude. We're here, bro.
No, because you said, "Oh, this is what it comes down to." We got Shaq. Like, I'm just saying that has a negative connotation, but like at the same time, like, I feel like, oh hell yeah, bro, we got Shaq. Like, that's how I look at it, bro. You. Like, oh shit, bro. Like, this is move, bro. We got Shaq into fucking dubstep, dog. Like, do you understand? Like, someone from a culture nowhere near dubstep, fam. Like, and to get him into this bro step, headbanging, like lifestyle is dope to me, bro. Like, I don't know. I think that's really fucking dope. I don't know. Like, I see that in a lot of these people, bro. Like, and it's not a lot of them. It's not a lot of them. Like, I feel like just Shaq is someone that people might like say because he's one of the biggest. But I just think it's like I said, that mentality I explained before. Like, why wouldn't Insomniac get him?
Why did they start getting him? Like, why just recently are we starting to just... Is it just because Diesel just recently just started being passionate about, like, dubstep? Because he could have still... I mean, was he still DJing before all that? Like, doing private parties? Like,
yeah, bro, yes.
Was he doing, like, EDM and shit?
Yes. But, like,
So he felt the need to go to a bigger festival and, like, fulfill that passion?
Maybe
is that what you're thinking?
Maybe that's the rush he wanted.
Okay.
Like,
got you. Okay.
It's a passion. So when you go on the stage, what do you see? Do you see someone just pretending to DJ?
When I'm on stage, I mean, I'm seeing the crowd. But if I'm in the crowd and I'm seeing a DJ, I mean, I'm seeing a DJ. Like,
no, I said when you see Diesel DJ.
Uh-huh.
Does it look like he's just pretending? Or does it
no, he's getting into it.
Then
it gotta be a show. It gotta be a show, though.
It gotta be a what?
It gotta be a show, though. Someone up on stage can act like they're passionate about what they're doing, and then behind the scenes, it could just be, or on camera, I mean, we can't leave that like possibility like up in air, because there are a bunch of artists out there that they probably they're probably not passionate about what the fuck they do. They still get up on stage for whatever. It's just another day at work, maybe. There is artists that are in that situation. I mean, who knows? It seems like Diesel's passionate about it. He goes on camera to say he's fucks with it.
I think he does a lot of promo towards it too. Like, I don't know. But that just gives like the topic I wanted to touch on, like the climate of like EDM music. What's like the end right now? Would it be that, like, obviously that bass scene is hitting heavy right now? But what is hitting within the whole EDM culture right now?
We're talking about everyone that's involved in EDM.
What's the sounds right now? What's the wave right now? Is it bass? Is it that bass music?
I'm split between house and bass, bro. I'm gonna say this off of my experience from going to these festivals, because this is where I'm gonna base it off of reactions from other people and other listening environments too. When I hear other people listen to other music, and I try to figure out like what catches people's attention with EDM. Groovy bass line, simple vocals, nothing too complex. And I can even give you an example, bro. A really popular example, like Do It To It. That's like something with EDM. It's catchiness right now. Just the catchiness. On top of that, though, I think it's the bass line, like this the bass, the flow with the bass. But it's a subtle thing. Like for like with the bass line, I feel like not many people know why they like that. They like that certain track, but I think it's because of the bass line and the catchy vocals. They can say, "Oh, I like that track because I like that track," but I feel like sometimes people don't understand why they like that track. And I feel like I've come across a situation too. And what I've noticed, especially is that I've gone to these recent shows, seeing like what people are like messing around with more, what people are sticking around to what sets or whatever. Um, it's kind of hard too to do these at festivals, this analysts, because just about anyone would go to a festival, you know. So I kind of don't like to take that reaction too serious. Like if like when I go to an underground show, right? When I go to an underground show, I feel like what people really connect to, it's always a guarantee. House is always guaranteed, bro. And I feel like bass and dubstep music, just like their track selection and what the setting, dude. I don't know, it's just the setting. I feel like hits and miss bass and dubstep. I feel like house has always been that genre.
Okay, but within what type of house? Don't be
Okay,
broad with it. Be,
word,
specific.
word. Like tech house and bass house I'm only speaking for the EDM audience in America. Just so I'm clear, because I don't want to speak for all the other countries. 'Cause that's like just a whole different another type of culture that I'm not really accustomed to. But from my understanding in the States, top two for sure people can connect to are the bass tracks and the house tracks. But particularly in house, like tech house is for sure what people have been fucking accepting, been fucking with lately. The tech house, the groovy bass lines with the catchy vocals over it. I mean, obviously, I think nostalgism, is that a word? Nostalgism. I don't even know, but I think that the nostalgic feeling that some people hear from hearing particular vocals or like a synth, I feel like that plays a big part too as well. And you're seeing it too now with the particular tech house vocals. They just be trying to bite the fuck out of these early 2000 R&Bs vocal phrases, and they'll just like drop it over like a groovy bass line. And a lot of times it comes out tech house. Um, Bass house, I feel like has always been pretty present. Like people can fuck with bass house. Um, Sometimes bass house is a hit and miss because sometimes bass house can go
Aggressive.
very aggressive, or it could be aggressive or progressive. Progressive being a little bit just more softer than the aggressive side of things. Um, I'm split just because and I also base this from the clips I see on TikTok. Just like how many people are willing to share a particular record, a particular like song genre. I split between house and dubstep, but I have been seeing more people. I think the in right now is like house music, specifically tech house, bass house, the UK bass. You're out here trying to start that US bass. I think that's what I believe in. It's a lot more house taste in the air. Bass is killing it. For a while, bass was fucking in. Like for a while, dubstep was like, oh shit, like we're gonna step away from house for a bit, and you know we're like fuck rhythm. What the fuck is this rhythm, bro? Step, like holy shit. It was like during the time Excision started doing his like Paradox tours, and like Excision was really putting on for the underground with the dubstep shit. Shout out Excision for always putting on the underground since. And
I feel like we're still in that.
what?
This like the whole bass, like under like that era. I feel like we're still in that. We just got paused because of the pandemic. Like, cause
so you're thinking the pandemic like halted that momentum of the bass?
Mm-hmm, but I feel like it's just gonna.
You think we picked up back off from that?
Yeah, I think we're picking it right back up.
Okay.
I don't know.
Well, cause for sure back then I felt it was more bass trap for sure. After the pandemic, it's a lot more house shit, a lot more 128, 130 type EDM tracks that more people are listening to, are willingly, voluntarily like pulling up on their phones. They're playing it. These are the songs that they want to hear at the festivals, on a mix or But I don't know. It just depends. That at least this has been my experience of observing live streams, me going to a festival and seeing how other people react to certain genres, certain tracks, certain styles, certain artists.
True.
Sometimes it's very hard because a lot of these artists go very experimental and they have a cult following, and sometimes you might think their cult style is like the in, but really they just have a cult following. You feel me?
And that's the way to go. All right, I think I might an hour and 30. Fuck. All right, so let's just try to end it here. This has been a very interesting topic. A lot of cool discussions. But yeah, this is another episode of
Spotlight Podcast here at Lucid Tempo.
Facts. Yeah. Hopefully this file saves. We'll see what the fuck is up, guys.
Wait, what'd you say? My bad, I didn't hear you at the end.
I said we'll see if this file saves.
Oh shit, true. Bet.
All right, guys.
Cool. Well, thank you guys for tuning in to the Spotlight Podcast here at Lucid Tempo. Here, Zion Don, Husky. Make sure to subscribe to the channel.
And check out how Huski's show goes. Throughout this week, we'll just be putting out content of how the show's going or how it went. So
yeah, if you guys came out, that shit was epic. Hella, yeah, that shit was hella epic.
Hell yeah, I got stupid lit.
Yeah, imagine like the show never ended up happening tomorrow. Fuck. Now I'm excited though. Laguna Beach, 7 Degrees Resort. Yeah, forget. Black Jesus is playing. A bunch of other.
True. Yeah. Fact. Nothing. Keep going. Okay.
Yeah. And we still got the April 29th show happening with Michael Sparks. DJ competition is open now for anyone that wants to have a chance to open up the main stage for Michael Sparks. If you don't want to open up, you want to attend, tickets are available. Zion Don will be playing. Segura will be playing. Animal will be playing. Martian will be playing. Psychedelics will be playing. I will be playing. Bob will be playing. And we'll see who ends up winning the DJ competition. We'll see who ends up going with that. That low end 808@gmail.com. Send your 30-minute mix there. Right here on Lucid Tempo. If you're sending low end a mix of like back then of like 6 months ago or like a year, something more recent would be cool. Just to kind of see where we're at, It's kind of hard for me to tell. It's kind of hard for over at low end to tell what it is that you will be playing at a show if you're showing us a mix maybe from like a year ago. So yeah, if you could, recent mixes or bonuses, kind of gives us an idea of what it is right now that you're in. Deadline is April 22nd, I believe. This is coming out, I think before that. But yeah, but we're gonna have second stage. We're gonna have a second stage. We're gonna announce that pretty soon. Getting that second stage lineup ready. Should be having that this upcoming week finalized. Yeah, I'm looking forward to the show tomorrow though. Black Jesus. I'm excited to see someone called Interlink. Pretty dope tracks. Yeah, big shout out to Miles and everybody else who's involved in that event though. Cause some of the artists on there, like they got some pretty cool tracks. I really want to check out their sets. Dakota's on there too, someone who's remixed Can't Stop Me for the remix EP. Definitely check out that set. And you know what? I haven't even figured out my set time, bro. I just think they told me that I'm playing before Black Jesus. That's the only thing they told me. But I don't think
I told you your headline, I told you, but for sure.
What, the set time?
Yeah, I did. It was in the emails, and then I let you know. But for sure, we got you.
Oh shit, I forgot.
Yeah, we're good. Yeah. Because you'll be going.
What am I playing though? I want to know.
At 11, because the show's over at 12. I believe Black Jesus might be closing out the night. He'll be playing right after you.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, that's the lineup. I thought I sent you the little thing of where to send your merch and all that shit, but. Whatever.
That's honestly, I could have forgotten, bro. Like I could have forgotten.
No, yeah.
Sure. Like you probably did send that shit. I just forgot.
No, my bad. I'm just trying to rush it, bro, because I don't.
Oh yeah, for sure. My bad.
Save. My bad.
Word, no, you're cool.
That's the only reason.
But yeah, thanks for tuning in.
You started going on a fucking tangent about all this shit.
My bad, bro. My bad. All right. Well, we out then, bro. Yeah, we out. My bad, guys. We out.
Good shit.